Before you choose marriage, listen. Marriage doesn't cure loneliness.
Everyone believed Amoka was lucky. Her wedding to Connor was the kind people used as a reference point: bright colors, loud laughter, perfect pictures. Marriage has favored her, they said. Women smiled at her with envy, men nodded in approval, and Amoka learned how to smile back even when her cheeks ached. What nobody saw was how every night, after the lights went out, she lay beside a man who felt like a stranger. Connor was not cruel in obvious ways. He never raised his hand or his voice. He simply wasn't there. He came home, ate in silence, scrolled endlessly on his phone, turned his back, and slept. Conversations died before they were born. When Amoka tried to talk, to explain the heaviness in her chest, he would sigh and say she worried too much, that other women were praying for the life she was complaining about. Slowly, she began to swallow her words, and with every swallowed word, a piece of her disappeared. Across town lived Nkiru, the woman people spoke about in lower tones. She's still single, they said, shaking their heads as if she had failed an exam. Friends tried to set her up with men she didn't love, just so she wouldn't be alone. But Nkiru had learned a different language of living. She returned home to quiet evenings, yes, but her silence was not heavy. She filled it with books, prayer, laughter with herself, and the slow healing of wounds left by people who never deserved access to her heart. Some nights were lonely, but loneliness never chased her peace away. She was learning who she was before handing herself to anyone. Life brought the two women together on a night neither of them planned. Amoka collapsed at work, her body finally reacting to months of exhaustion and buried tears. At the hospital, while machines beeped softly, Nkiru sat beside her, holding her hand. The room was quiet, but the silence between them spoke loudly. Amoka suddenly broke down, tears pouring like a dam that had finally given way. She confessed everything: the empty marriage, the loneliness inside commitment, the fear of admitting she was unhappy because society had already crowned her successful. Nkiru listened without judgment, then spoke softly, almost like a whisper, saying she woke up alone every day but without fear, without pressure, without pretending to be okay when she wasn't. That was the moment Amoka understood the truth no one teaches. Marriage had not saved her from loneliness. Single life had not destroyed Nkiru. The titles they carried meant nothing compared to the state of their souls. Amoka was married but broken, Nkiru was single but whole. Lying there, weak but awake, Amoka realized that love without presence is still loneliness, and companionship without peace is a beautiful cage. The lesson stayed with her long after she left the hospital. Marriage is not a cure for emptiness, and being single is not a punishment. A bad marriage can drain the life out of you, while a wise season of singleness can prepare you for something beautiful. It is better to be single and complete than married and lost. Do not rush into marriage to escape loneliness, and do not mock those who walk alone. They may be building a life you haven't learned how to live. Marriage should add to you, not erase you.